Manic Miner is a platform game that makes even me feel old, when I look back at how much nostalgia it brings. I was impressed with this game from the get-go. A nice rendition of the Blue Danube is played, while the game highlights which keys are pressed. I remember when Hovis was 2 and 6 a loaf, and a shilling could get me a pint of Nuki Brown, a bag of chips, and a woman for that night. No, I'm certainly not that old, but to put that in context, it appeared just 2 years after Donkey Kong arcade game and 2 years before Super Mario Bros. For the NES. At this time, the platform game genre as we know it today didn't really exist, and the various nascent examples around at that time tended to be single-screen titles with half a dozen different stages. Yep, you could definitely say that this is the one that probably started the origin of omnipresent jumping, dodging, and treasure collecting. The author of the game, Matthew Smith, wrote Manic Miner and the follow-up game, Jet Set Willy, before the age of 18. He wrote Manic Miner while working for Bug-Byte Software, and afterwards he left to join Software Projects, where he took the license with him, together with the follow-up game. To kill any idea that games were any more original than that now, Manic Miner was heavily influenced by Atari 800 game Miner 249er from the previous year. Manic Miner though was a huge technical advancement, with a grand total of 20 screens, higher resolution graphics and in-game music. The Commodore 64 version, ported by Chris Lancaster, is almost identical to the original Spectrum version. It even has the same size screen as the Sinclair machine, with a large unused border surrounding it. As well as some rather clever programming, there are some funny and original ideas in there. Each screen is different and features hazards such as man-eating toilets, mutant telephones, bouncing checks and the like. Beginning with 3 lives and an air supply for each life, the aim is to collect the flashing objects strewn around in each room and make it to the exit before the air runs out. And if that isn't bad enough, there's the added disadvantage of having some of the most vicious denizens of Surbiton's hell on your back. The names chosen for the caves were very tongue-in-cheek for their day and will be instantly recognised by arcade lovers such as Attack of the Mutant Telephones and Wacky Amoebatrons being 2 examples. My favourite cave is called Eugene's Lair, clearly aimed at a certain well-known programmer. This cave is full of malevolent WCs, complete with flapping seats. Miner Willy did not have any weapons, and the enemies could not be defeated in any way. All he could do was walk and jump. Collecting the final key on the screen will open up the portal, which, when flashing, must be entered to complete the level. Sounds straightforward, but I'm sure many of us will find this game very difficult. The one element that hasn't aged in the game is the wonderfully absurd British humour. During the 80s, it was easy to tell a game had been made in Britain, as it was for games made in Japan, America, France and beyond. The Monty Python style foot that squashes Willy if you run out of lives is the most obvious example, but every screen is filled with rampaging telephones, a bespectacled version of Mr. Happy, and numerous other abstract oddities. Nice. Willy has but one move, a long arcing jump, over which you have no in-flight control, and which takes a fair bit of practice to predict correctly. You'll probably gain this experience in the first level of the central cavern, a perfect example of how much the game seems to hate you. Lacking the ability to jump up and punch you in the face, it does the next best thing with impossible to predict traps and static obstacles and moving enemies that kill you instantly. The only way to progress through Manic Miner is by memorising every trap and every enemy movement pattern, even the exact pixel position of Willy before he makes some of the more dangerous jumps. If there's an opposite to emergent gameplay, then Manic Miner is it. Whether you get a nostalgic hit from it, or a sense of relief that you were born late enough to miss 80s gaming, it's a fascinating reminder of what being a Commodore 64, or indeed ZX Spectrum gamer in the UK used to be about. An old-time classic that helped to shape modern gaming, but no matter its historical importance and amusing absurdity, it's horribly frustrating to play. Coming up, we'll have a look at what Miner Willy did with all his newfound riches, in what was to become the sequel to this classic game, Jet Set Willy. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button and please let me know your thoughts about this game in the comments section. Did you manage to complete it, or was you forever doomed in the central cavern? I'd be interested to hear your feedback. If you're loving the nostalgia, then please consider subscribing to the channel. There's a whole load of memories waiting for you in the playlist, or stick around for more coming up next. I'd love for you to join me on the epic journey of nostalgia, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, thanks again guys. Bye for now.